My advice is to think about open source plus. What does an open source plus business model look like for you? How do you make money on top of open source? I think the couple obvious ones are like um, training. Two is like custom implementations. Um, but there might be like a premium, like a freemium model available to you as well. And those come out of understanding who gets value and who gets monetary value out of your open source work. Because I think the reason why do we want to open source these things? We want to open source it so that other technologists can use it, or people who get non-monetary value out of it can use it. So for us, it's really NGOs, students, journalists, that sector. Those are the people who get non-monetizable value out of the stuff we open source. But from the same core, there are a whole bunch of like public sector institutions, companies who get value out of the same thing, and this value to them has dollar figures attached to it. So this is where we focus our monetization efforts, and this is where we try to push our like make it things easier for them to use, make things easier for them to like deploy with as little tech knowledge as possible. So kind of like my advice would be to treat those two groups, like think about those two groups as separate entities and deal with them separately. I don't think it makes any sense to try to monetize people who get value out of your data but don't have money and won't make money out of your not data, sorry, open source work, and vice versa. If somebody's making money from your open source libraries, then giving it to them like totally for free is something that they won't really appreciate anyway. So that's how we balance things. Seems to work pretty well for us in an emerging market. Hopefully that works for them too.